So check this out, right? This is why I said that song that the teacher was teaching the kids the other day that went viral. If you touch my private parts, private parts, private parts. Remember that? Did you see it? If you didn't see it, go check it out. Right? And just her facial expression was intense, and the seriousness at which she delivered the song, everything about it, I loved. And I was like, yo, this needs to be like added to the curriculum and taught to all the kids. You know? Just something else to help them stay away from, try to avoid, recognize, identify the predators that are out there, right? Like this. This one is when the child predator realizes he's been caught. Let's get to it.
On an early morning in May 2024, Detective Bobby Wallace with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office received a Cyber Dyplin report from the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. The report, originating from Dropbox Inc., flagged a user uploading child materials via their services. The information pointed to an account linked to Milburn Yawp at hotmail.com under the screen name Chris Milburn.
Way to go, Dropbox. Salute to Dropbox. I didn't even know they did that, but salute to them for doing that. I hope there's a lot other websites, apps, and different things that have that capability to catch these fools and report them to the police. Salute to Dropbox.
At hotmail.com under the screen name Chris Milburn.
Howdy, Chris. Hey, I'm Detective Wallace with the Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
Hey, I've got a search warrant for the house. We want to go ahead and secure the dog there.
Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah, here.
Could you prepare the warrant for me?
I will, but go
I
ahead.
will keep the door open and then
Yeah.
I'll secure the dog.
Yep, secure the dog.
Sasha!
Let them all know we got contact.
Sasha!
All right, I got it secured.
Yeah.
Okay, my name's Detective Wallace. I'm here with the Sheriff's Office. I have a search warrant for the house. Are you the only one home?
I think my uncle is here as well, but he is asleep.
Okay, so we're going to need to wake him up here in a second. So where was the dog secured?
The dog is secured in my room. When you're ready to
Okay,
check my room, I will move it.
No, we'll do that. So
Okay.
here's a copy of the search warrant. It's for a investigation.
Okay.
So what we're going to do now, let's go ahead and secure the house. So if you want to stay up here, these guys are going to go through. Which room's your?
Did y'all see that response? He told him we're investigating child, and he said, okay. Okay? They just told you that no. What do you mean? No. Are you crazy? Who? Nothing but okay. Wow.
What we're going to do now, let's go ahead and secure the house. So if you want to stay up here, these guys are going to go through. Which room's your uncle in?
He will be down this hallway to the left.
What's his name?
James Milburn.
Yep. We'll get him woke up. So put that light on.
Sheriff's office.
Perfect. Yeah, if you just want to have a seat right here.
Okay, sure.
So we'll get James in here and then I'll explain.
Hey, sir, I got that. Sheriff's office. Come on here.
Hey James, come on up here, buddy.
You else in that room with you? No. Okay. Come on down there, sir.
Oh, my grandma might be here too. Okay. On the door on the right.
Might be Grandma, door on the right.
Yeah,
No, she's not here.
She's not here? Okay, that wasn't her.
No.
Yes, leave. We'll get that one here in a second. Okay, so this should be everybody here.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to have a seat, James, and I'll explain. So my name's Detective Bobby Wallace. I work with the Sheriff's Office. I'm assigned to the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and advise you guys of your legal rights. I don't mean you're guilty of anything. I just advise.
Did y'all see the dad instantly look at the son? I don't know if he just signaled the officer like it's him, or he looked over there as to say, this fool. But it's like he can't. Did y'all catch that? Yo, the body language in this video is insane to me so far, fam. From him receiving the paperwork and going, okay, to the dad being informed of what this is about and instantly looking at the son.
Work with the sheriff's office. I'm assigned to the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and advise you guys of your legal rights. I don't mean you're guilty of anything. I just advise you of your rights, okay? You guys have the right to remain silent. Y'all don't have to talk to any of us unless you want to do so. Anything you say can be used against you in court or any other proceedings. You have the right to an attorney before and during any questioning. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you free of any cost to you. You guys understand those rights? Okay, James, you understand? Chris, do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so what led me here today was an investigation that was launched by a report made by Dropbox Incorporated regarding some who was in here?
I think if somebody opened the other door,
Gotcha.
there's a pressure issue.
Okay. So Dropbox Incorporated made a report to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children regarding some inappropriate files that were located within that Dropbox account. So with that in mind, does anybody know specifically why I'm here?
Yes, I do. I had at prior times obtained such a thing.
Okay.
And I have since deleted.
Okay.
All
So you've
such.
deleted all of them?
I believe so, but like I deleted Dropbox, which means the file's still active in the Dropbox.
Yes. When was the last time you think you've accessed those files?
Maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay. How about April of this year?
Maybe I don't think so, but I don't.
Okay.
That might have been when I went through and searched to try to delete things.
Okay, no, fair enough. So what the search warrant entails is to search, seize, and forensically analyze any and all electronic devices, electronic storage devices within the house. So what we'll do is we'll kind of go through here. So what I'll do is I'll start with James, and what we'll do, I'm just basically going to ask for stored or electronic devices, stuff like that. Or Chris, I'm sorry. Let's say you got a cell phone. What kind of cell phone is that?
I don't know. I think it's a Note 5. I don't remember the brand.
Okay.
It is a Samsung.
Okay, and is there a passcode on it?
I have to look at it because that's more muscle memory than anything.
Yeah.
Because I normally use my fingertip, but I believe it is.
Is
Are there
there,
any weapons in the house?
No,
No.
I didn't have any.
Nothing majorly considered a weapon. There are no, like, besides
We're talking about
kitchen
guns.
utensils,
Guns.
there are no guns.
guns, okay.
No, my mother has a firm of forensic guns sitting in the
Gotcha.
house.
So, okay, let's go ahead. Let's move the dogs into the bathroom if we can. That's probably the easiest way.
Right here? Okay. Yeah, go. Yeah. You're fine. You're okay. Oh. No. Session.
Yeah.
Well, they're not typically allowed to be in here because of the toilet.
Yeah.
You're okay.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll just start it here. So,
Yes.
as far as in here, so this is your bedroom.
This is my bedroom.
You've got, so you've got the computer that's here,
Yes.
and that's the desktop down there.
Yes.
And then the tablets, where do you,
One is on my bed.
okay.
The other is on my desk.
Okay. Any kind of like external hard drives, anything else like
No.
that? Okay. So what we'll do is I'm going to let those guys get started with the search. I'm going to move my car around to like the driveway,
Okay.
and then we'll go sit down outside and
Okay.
kind of talk about the whole.
All right.
deal.
Can I
Okay.
put on?
Absolutely. She's going to stand there with you while you get some shoes on. And okay, if you'll have a seat in the passenger seat, we'll get in here where there's some air conditioning and.
I think I would like to withhold things, but I would like to do so in a compliant manner. Withhold speaking.
Well,
I want to be as compliant
Well,
as possible.
let's just go this way. So I've advised you of your rights.
Yes, you have.
You have the right to say nothing.
Okay.
You've also got the right is I can ask questions. If you're not comfortable answering a certain question, you can just tell me that.
Yeah, declined it. I will say I declined it.
Yeah, and at any point in time that you want to stop, we'll just stop. Okay.
Okay. Yes, I will continue with questioning
Okay.
and declining things that I
Okay. So,
choose. I will probably
as far-
consider questions.
yeah, as far as this Dropbox account, so there was a Dropbox account that was listed in the name of Chris Milburn.
Yes.
Was that your account?
Yes.
Okay, and it looks like you've had that account for a really long time. I think it was 2011, something like that, it was set up.
Yes.
And of course, inside that account, there was about 26 files that would be considered child, and then there was another 33 would be considered child, which just means it's similar in nature but not illegal, so to speak. Like, for instance, the kids are clothed, or it's hard to tell their age, or something of that nature. Do you remember when those files got into the account?
I could not be precise.
Okay, so it was probably a really long time ago, or I don't have that record here because that's a big long data chart.
Right.
As far as the files itself, so of course I know what's in the Dropbox accounts. I've already done a search warrant for Dropbox and got those records. So of course, I've already told you what's in there. So you know I already knew that was in there. I also kind of knew the devices that it connected to that account. There was a connection on, I believe it was specifically April the 24th.
Yes.
That was accessed from a Verizon wireless IP address, so probably cellular data.
Probably the cell phone that you currently have.
Yeah, and your cell phone, that's a Verizon phone.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was accessed with a Samsung Galaxy, I believe it was an S22 Ultra.
That sounds better than the Note 5.
Okay.
I love it. I love how the fact that they could just narrow and hone in on specifics, bro. You did this on this date with this computer or tablet or phone on this Wi-Fi. I love that, bro. Oh my gosh, man. We got the technology to catch these fools. We got the technology to track them down. You know what I mean? It's just keeping up with them because it's so many of them. It's so many of them. But we got the capabilities, bro. We just need more websites and apps like Dropbox to help and assist. If you get them, oh man. Oh.
I believe it was an S22 Ultra.
That sounds better than the Note 5.
Okay.
I think the Note 5 was one I had right before.
Yeah, so that's basically what it accessed. So, like I said, when it comes down to it, the records kind of tell me everything. So this is more about getting to know you.
Yes.
Because, in lack of better words, there's a very large spectrum of people.
I agree. I understand. And that's why I'm being as cooperative as possible.
Yeah, hang on just a second.
Yes.
Any electronics in that specific room?
There is a server box, yes, for the work.
We mean server box.
It's just a small little square.
Yeah.
It's basically, it is a hard drive, but it's for work only.
Okay. What kind of work is it for?
I work as a claims processor for an insurance provider, or health benefits provider. It's not
Okay.
technically insurance.
Is it currently connected to the computer?
It is not connected to a computer. It's only connected to the Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then it is directly to the Wisconsin Physician Services
Okay, I got you.
server.
Okay, we won't take that. So what we're going to do today, since you've been forthcoming enough to know that this is your account, I'm not going to go take everything in the house.
Okay.
So for lack of better word,
Yes.
we're going to focus you
Yeah.
on it. So,
What I will be doing is I will definitely say, I believe there are currently photos on the tablet I have discarded because of the broken screen, but I haven't actually thrown it away yet.
Okay.
It was still on the desk. I was thinking about factory resetting it,
Yeah.
fixing the screen, and gifting it to one of my nieces.
Okay. So when you say there are,
So much wrong with that statement right there. Just the fact that you would give your niece a tablet that you've been doing the fact that you would do that the eerily calmness of his demeanor, he's just unfazed about anything. It doesn't seem to bother him. All of this is eerie to me. But the fact that you would say you would gift that tablet to your niece, yeah, you definitely sick, bro.
Photos you're talking about.
I believe, I'm not certain of the quality of, the quality of the photos on there.
We'll go back to what I was saying.
That was one I had not cleaned up because,
Yeah.
outside of your questioning, I've always, it's one of my bigger problems with myself. One of the major causes of how I've lived my life was in depression. And about 2 years ago, I just been like, I even started losing the attraction bit, and it was just so much like, what am I doing? Gotta get perspective, type thing. So I went through and cleaned it out, and that's, as far as it feels more like an addiction. So there's relapse and all of that stuff,
for certain.
and I'm trying to fight out of it.
That's good. Well, like I said, where I was getting at is in this realm, I deal with a wide variety of people.
Yes.
There's people that, like you said, they have an addiction. They do the stuff. They download the files. They use it for their own pleasure in the privacy of their own home and never hurt a soul.
Yes.
But then there's other people that actually go and act on those fantasies.
Yes.
And that's the people I'm more concerned about, because, that's the guys that are out, for lack of a better word, their nieces and nephews and neighbor kids or whatever the case is, actually out harming children.
Yes.
So on that scale, which one are you?
I would say I am rather firmly in the first camp.
Okay.
And even trying to get out of even that camp.
Yeah. Well, because the reason I say this is just a caution that typically once these cases are done, especially when, for lack of better words, they come a matter of record.
Yes.
A lot of times people start coming forward. It's easier to deal with that stuff now than it is later. So, are there going to be any, for lack of better words, kids coming out of the clockwork talking about you inappropriately or otherwise harming them?
I declined to answer it this time.
Your pause and hesitation was enough for us. And I like this cop and the way he's speaking to him and everything like that, even though he's a sicko to me. I like the way this cop is doing. My one issue with him is separating the two, saying, well, there's this type of them and then there's that type of them. No. It's all bad. You can't separate and say this one is worse than the other one. They're all bad. Extremely, extremely bad. One is just already doing something and the other group hasn't gotten here yet. But it's a gateway to get here, to that point. So what do you mean? No. I don't rock with any of it. I don't appreciate any of it. And I put them all in the same grouping together. Sickening and horrible. You know what I mean? And look the way he just declined to answer that when you asked him, would anyone come forward? Completely changed your view of him right there, didn't it? It should have.
I declined to answer it this time.
Okay, fair enough. Well, the reason I say that is it's easier to get that investigation done altogether.
Yes.
Because then a better decision can be made.
I would want to talk with a lawyer through my response to answer that.
Fair enough. Okay, then I'll move off of that topic. So as far as the stuff that's in there, on your cell phone itself, the Samsung, are there going to be any files?
I would not believe so. If so, then I've hidden them so well that I don't remember where they're at. There's a secure file on there, but I believe right now that file is completely empty.
As far as the desktop, is there going to be any files? Okay. The laptop?
Probably. I will say probably.
Okay. And then what about, you said one of the broken tablets?
Yes.
So one's got a broken screen.
Yes.
And you believe there may be files on that?
I do.
And then what about the non-broken tablet?
No, I do not at all believe so.
Well,
because I got that after I was fighting.
Well, let me ask this: when it comes to the desktop, your cell phone, and that tablet, have there ever been files on those devices. The reason I say that is my forensic process can pull deleted stuff.
Yes. I believe the phone would through the Dropbox.
Okay.
For sure. The laptop definitely, and the broken tablet. I do not believe the new tablet ever would have.
Okay. And the desktop?
Never.
Never. Okay.
I got that solely for gaming.
Okay. And did you have any other like thumb drive?
You picked up on that, parents? Huh? Something totally. He said, I got that for gaming. So when you hear your kids in there talking as they're playing an online game and they're in one of those matches where they're playing with all kind of different people, they got their headset on, they're talking back and forth. He could have possibly been in there because he's gaming. This is why. You know what I mean? Some parents are and some parents aren't. But you need to be listening, involved, talking to your kids about who they playing with on these games. They could have been playing with him.
I got that solely for gaming.
Okay. And did you have any other like thumb drives, hard drives, anything else in your room?
There might be.
Okay.
Not.
And would there be? Can you think of saving those storage devices?
No, not to my recollection.
And then on a serious note, I mean, on a different thing, because I'm going to take it anyway, but it's easier to know the hard drive that was sitting on the table.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. I can
Yes.
I can usually prove up what computers they came out of, stuff like that. Because I do have cases where, like, I go in and I've got somebody that's being pretty forthcoming, except for, like in this case, we'll just use this as the scenario. You're saying I don't know anything about that drive.
Yes.
And that's the drive that's got the whole jumbo collection.
I understand. No, I completely understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so that way, but no idea whatsoever. Who else would do, like, is your mom, is she pretty computer literate?
We're a pretty computer literate family.
I just know because most people don't know how to pull a drive, much
Yes,
less,
yes.
or would actually. Most people are scared to even open their computer to spray it out for dust.
Yes,
So,
yeah.
because, my family's that way. Short of my one daughter that's actually in robotics engineering school. So she's studying AI programming for robotics engineering. So short of her, yeah, nobody else in my family would even dare to open the computer case to spray the dust out. So I kind of see the whole gamut in my house. Is you got me and the one daughter that's, I do computer forensics and she's writing computer code, and then my other daughter and my wife is like scared to even touch the thing. So as far as that goes, but okay. And like I said, because a lot of this is just kind of the cooperation through, just trying to get through there. So, and so about April would have been the last time, but that was you accessed the Dropbox in order to start getting rid of stuff.
Yeah, I was trying to
okay.
undo, the best I can undo the past, but
Yeah.
it's not.
So when did all this start?
When I was like 16 or 17, 15,
Okay.
16, 17.
Was it just finding it along the way, or did it get started?
I just kind of found it.
Okay.
There's just certain, you click enough times and you start getting to a spot on the web.
Anyone else that you know of that was kind of involved?
No.
Well, the reason I ask is there were some of the files that were in that Dropbox that I've seen before, and I've seen them in local people's cases.
It's it's a share thing. I typically my most recent go through, I've been using the Whisper app,
Okay.
and just find people and they sell stuff and
Gotcha. So when was the last time you think you've actually gotten?
Reported on that first driver, north on Highway 37, southbound.
I could not accurately recall.
Okay. Was it sometime this year or prior?
Honestly, and this is just the best thing I can say.
Yeah.
Since the COVID shutdown,
Okay.
my days have been so similar that the flow of time has seemed fully fused.
That's
So,
like my job.
I say yes.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's like
Yeah,
every day. They say it's the same adventure,
Yes.
but it is the same adventure over
Yes,
and
yeah.
over and over again.
Could we pause this
Absolutely.
for I need water?
Absolutely. Let's take a break. No, we parked off to the side to start with.
Okay.
Okay. his hand. Let me get your information here. So, are you familiar with any accusations made against anybody or involving anybody regarding the Okay. Are you familiar with any children that may have been inappropriately? Okay. So, let me ask you this specifically. Are there any children that Chris would have access to? Okay. Because, for lack of better words, I want to see how honest you are about this, okay? Because Chris told me that there's an issue with another child, with an actual child, okay? That's what I need to follow up on. So, are you familiar with this child? I mean, even if it's not true, just so I can.
I kind of know that there might have been an incident at one time, but I did not ever hear the full story.
Okay.
Boy, about boy, the words that was about to come out my mouth just then. Either you know or you don't know, and the hesitation and all of that leads me to believe that you know. And if you don't come out with it, then I'm gonna believe that you're complicit in this whole thing. Like, what are we doing here? Like, you done already gave yourself away earlier when you looked at him to the side. You have to know something. See, this is where, yeah, I would have lost it on Pops there, and yeah, that whole good cop thing wouldn't have played well. I'd have lost that already.
So what was?
So that's as far as I know.
What did you hear about it?
Okay, he had a girlfriend, and then they broke up over something, and that's as far as I know.
Okay. Do you remember?
So therefore, whether there was inappropriate touching with the child or not, I do not know.
Was there ever an investigation of that?
And no.
Okay. Do you know who this girlfriend is?
All I know is she lived down in Marion or something like that. And that's as far as I know.
Okay. You don't know her first name or the kid's name?
I cannot remember. Okay. It's been years ago.
Do you think his mom would remember?
She might.
Okay. Well, because what's important though is when these things come.
She knows. She would know the whole story. Too.
Okay. Yeah. Because what's important is to get to the bottom of it now, because if, for instance, this ends up going public at some point, then they come forward. They can start saying stuff.
Right.
But if we're able to get to them before it goes public, they don't know about all this, and so they tend to be more truthful.
As far as I know, Chris, I do not think he would do anything to ever harm a child.
I gotcha.
He's pretty much straightforward, and he is.
Okay.
He is very protective of children.
Okay, I gotcha. So.
Back when he was like maybe 20.
Okay.
He might have. There were not any accusations per se, but. He was having a relationship with somebody who was like maybe 17 or 18, and he was 20. They didn't have. He was concerned, and that was why he was hesitant there. He doesn't know. Does that qualify? Was that what you were asking about?
Okay. So, is there anything about an ex-girlfriend, maybe down in the Marion area?
Amy.
Okay.
I don't believe, to my knowledge, there was no inappropriate touching.
Okay.
There
did she make like a statement or comments?
Her kids are pretty wild.
Yeah.
And he was trying to help her discipline them. That's all I know.
Okay.
He's been, I don't know, for lack of a better word, socially awkward for his whole life. But he really, it was a gut punch when he told me that. Yeah. I have to admit, I'm surprised. When I heard what had happened, I started thinking back. And I kind of connect the dots. Maybe I thought I really didn't think he would do that.
Yeah.
But I see how it could have happened.
In Illinois, the potential sentences for the charges Christopher Milburn faces are as follows. Class X felony for dissemination of child, specifically when the child is under 13 and involves a moving depiction, count 1. This carries a mandatory prison sentence of 6 to 30 years. Class 2 felony for possession of child, specifically when the child is under 13 and involves a moving depiction, counts 2-6. This carries a prison sentence of 3 to 7 years per count.
Telling y'all, man, be careful. Be careful. I wish we could have heard from the girlfriend or the ex-girlfriend, Amy. If he could have got in touch with her to hear from her. And I would have wanted to hear from the mom, too. You know what I mean? Dad just seems like he tried to act like he didn't know. But just something about him just made me not believe that. I feel like he's aware of some things. That doesn't mean he condoned it. But you knew what your kid or your son either had done or you had suspicion. At least you had suspicion. Like you had something, because that whole look over, that said you did. You know what I mean? And the more I think about it, like yeah, I'll get in my head about it, because then I'll just start looking at the dad and be like, you had to have known. You had to have known. And that last lady, I don't know if that was his sister, but she made a lot of statements. And I'm like, how could you possibly know? Well, he never did this and he only helped discipline. How do you know? How do you know? I bet if they showed that full interrogation of her, she probably didn't know what he had on his phone, computer, tablets, or wherever. She might. So how can you make that statement and say he only did this? You don't know that. You don't know. Scary situations, man. But you need to sit down with your kids and talk to them with stuff like this, bro. Y'all be safe, though.